This is a tutorial on how to approve changes for your clients once a client uses your web integration to fill in any kind of data. So basically, if you have a web widget set up, or if you use the direct links for your questionnaires, appointments, or online payments. So for example, this could be the case when if you put a book an appointment button in your website, and clients can click the button to book an appointment on your calendar. When this happens, the client will always see a screen like this, where before they can enter any questionnaire or any appointments, they have to specify their full name and email. So I'm going to just show an example of how this works from a client perspective. The client can enter their name and email, and then they get access to the questionnaire. This is the same for the appointment slots and for the payments. So I'm just going to enter some data here, test data, and I'm gonna just submit the questionnaire because I want to show how when the client submits a questionnaire in this manner, you will get a notification in NutriAdmin, and you will also get an email notification. And basically, when this happens, the data will go to my clients and to pending approval tab. And you see that this tab has there's one pending approval, one client pending approval. So the reason the reason data doesn't go directly to your clients is mainly for security, because otherwise anybody could log in without the need to log in. Anybody could be editing your client records without your authorization. With this system, anytime a client goes to your website and enters any sort of data, it always goes to you have to approve it. And the approval process is very simple. You just need to click on the pending approval tab and click on the client. And in here, you're going to see a notification in blue saying what data has been submitted. So in this case, it says Diego has completed this questionnaire on this date, and you can see the questionnaire filled in below. So this is just a quick preview. You can scroll and read, and this will just give you an idea of who this client is and what data they submitted. And if you're happy with it, you can click approve. And now there are two options. The first option is if this is a new client you've never met before, or you haven't entered this data for this client in NutriAdmin yet, you can just click create a new client record, a new active client record. And this is just it will just create a client record, like when you create the record yourself with this data. And the other option is to merge with an existing client record. So this is useful when this is a client you've already met in the past and you already have some data in NutriAdmin, and maybe they booked a new appointment, or they paid for a new service, or it's a new follow-up questionnaire. So you can click on merge. When you click on merge, this just gives you a list of the current clients you have that have either the same name or the same email. So these are suggestions. In my case, I'm using a test account with many emails with my own email. So that's why there's so many results. In most cases, either you will get no results in here if it's a new client, or maybe one or two if you have a client record or two. So imagine if this is the client I want to merge with, I just need to click the merge button. And this will take my existing record for Diego and append this extra new questionnaire that was submitted. So you're going to have everything in one place. If you don't see the client you want in here, you can click this button. And this just lets you choose from a drop-down from all of your clients. But most of the time, the client will be in this table of suggestions. So I'm going to just click on this first option for merging with Diego. And when I click this, I'm redirected to Diego's client record. And if I go to status, I see that this is the nutrition intake questionnaire that I submitted just today. And I can go to the questionnaires tab, and I see here this test data I entered. But in addition, there's also this 3-day food diary. This was created a couple of months ago. So this is just to show there's just some random data in here, but this is just to show that this was an existing client record that already had some information in the past, and I just added the extra questionnaire that was submitted. So in conclusion, whenever a client fills in your questionnaire online, or client payment, or calendar appointment, if they're using a web widget or a special link from this web integration tab, then the client will get always a screen like this. They will enter their name and email, and then whenever they enter the information, you get an email notification, and you can go to the pending approval tab, and you can approve the changes. If someone, for example, if unfortunately someone goes to your website and enters some random data, like some spam or anything, imagine someone just populates this, or someone makes a mistake and submits it twice, you can also delete this data. So this is useful because you will not, you see here, this is some random data. Imagine that someone made a mistake or someone submitted some spam. You can click in here and click delete client. And this will just remove this from NutriAdmin, and it doesn't count to your number of clients per month. So like this, nobody can edit your client records without your permission, and nobody can submit some random data that you don't want in your NutriAdmin account. So you keep your records clean and secure, and you always have the final say on which data is saved. And also, as a final note, no matter who the client is, the client can only enter data through these questionnaires and stuff. They cannot read any of the data. So nobody will be able to access a client record. This information is confidential, and only you have access to it. So that's how approving clients work. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to click the Ask a Question box to reach out. And we have other video tutorials as well on how to configure the web integration and how these links work. So you can check those out if you haven't set that web integration yet. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.